everyone, it's me, James. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Philly sports scenes and events. I'm very excited about this week's show because it is the opening weekend for the new Superman movie, Superman 2025.
Eyes up here.
And I have never done a movie review on my show, so for the first segment of my show today, I'm gonna do some movie reviews. So the new Superman movie, fortunate enough for myself, I was invited to the screening of the movie a few days before the movie opened in the theaters on July 11th. So among other YouTubers, I have seen the movie prior to its release in the theaters. And I have to tell you, I did not like the movie. There are a lot buzz and bad vibes and bad reviews on the YouTube about this movie. And I'm one of those person that just didn't think it was a good movie at all. On YouTube, it's not hard to find a bad review for this new Superman movie, and some of the YouTubers called it a flop, a total disaster, super shit, total garbage, awful, and the worst Superman movie discourse. And this movie is cooked. I didn't like the movie because it's hard for me to watch the movie in the IMAX theater. It was a better movie, it's in the IMAX version. It would be very interesting, for to see it in an IMAX theater. But this movie is just horrible, and just like other YouTubers describe, it's a disaster and it's total shit and total garbage, and that's exactly what it is. Because I think the director James Gunn, he's trying to pack too much stuff into the 2 hour duration of the movie, and he never really finished each one of the scenes that he presented in the movie. And then also, Superman somehow became an illegal immigrant. And I think the director is trying to get political with what's going on in the United States today. We're deporting uh, the Mexican immigrants, but Superman, it's an alien. It has nothing to do with illegal immigrant that cross the border, come to the United States. So none of it's making any sense at all. Furthermore, the movie, it's really hard to watch, like I said, and like other YouTubers was talking about. It is because uh, we all grown up with Superman, and all the boys, even some girls, that's why they came out with a Supergirl. Even some girls like Superman. Superman is worldwide. It was a comic book character, and it was the first superhero that appeared in the comic book ever. Just like Mickey Mouse. You can go anywhere in the world, the kids will know and can identify who Mickey Mouse is and what Mickey Mouse looks like. I might even be able to draw Mickey Mouse. When I was young, I loved Superman. I live in Taiwan. There wasn't so much, uh, especially American comic books or the cartoon, but they did show Superman cartoon on TV periodically, and it's a lack of like the comic book material. But kids there knows who Superman is, and I used to draw Superman. I used to draw my own little comic all the time, and kids around the world love Superman. Everybody grown up with Superman. So Superman is a superhero. So I don't know why James Gunn present Superman in this movie as some kind illegal immigrant, and he was round up, but he had a good heart, and he trying to help the human race fighting against other bad aliens. But that's pretty much is the same storyline as any of the other alien movies. They're good aliens, they're bad aliens, and but this movie it should be all about Superman showing off his superpower in the movie. The heated laser eye and the frozen breath, and also he's able to fly really high and really fast and beat up all the bad aliens. But in this movie, Superman is constantly being beat up, even by his little cute dog Crypto. Superman was beat up about 20 times in this movie, and he didn't really use his superpower to its full potential to fight the aliens or whoever he's fighting. And it seems like Superman, it's not super in this movie. And I don't know why it was presented that way. And then each of the story, it, it it's it started, but then there's no finish to it. And it's really hard to watch a movie like that because I still remember it's almost like watching the earlier, like in the 1980s, when the Chinese, the communist Chinese movie studios, they first start to make like Hollywood type movie, because before that it was just like the Soviet Union and other communist country. They use film as a propaganda. The communist governments used to make propaganda films. But then in the 80s, and China started to trying to make some movies more Hollywood like. But the movie was impossible to watch because it was it was in like almost like segments, and they would open up a story, and then when you're trying to find out what happened to the characters, in that story, and then they jump round to the next subject, and there's no ending for each segmented stories. So it was very hard and impossible to watch. And when you finish the whole movie for like hour and a half, and you don't even know what you were watching, and that's what this movie is like. It Some of the CGI, computer graphics are okay, but some of it's really bad. It's almost like watching nowadays on the social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram videos is full of AI generated animations or moving picture film, and some of the CGI in this new Superman movie, it's almost like the Bigfoot video log that you see on Facebook and on TikTok and on YouTube. Uh, it is watchable, but it's fake, and you can always pick something out from each frame or each scene about something. It just doesn't look that real, and so it's fake. So the CGI is not all that great. Maybe they rushed to make this movie. I don't know, but it's just a horrible movie. And other than that, and I don't know what the movie director James Gunn was thinking, because he could have made this movie better, instead of throwing too much of comic reliefs in there, and that's completely unrelated to the story. And also, the movie, it's definitely not made for kids. Earlier, I was talking about kids love Superman, and they still love Superman, and they definitely will bug their parents to go see the new Superman movie. Uh, while I was in line for the movie screening, and right in front of me, there was a mother and a little boy. Uh, they were also part of the screening, and the little boy was so excited about seeing the Superman movie, and he was keep on trying to talk to me, and all he talked about was Superman. He was doing like acting like he's flying and doing Superman stuff. He was just so excited about the movie. So the movie should be made kids friendly, even though parents are the ones that pays for the ticket and take their kids go see the movie. So the movie could be made kids friendly and both for adults and kids to watch. But this movie has so much curse words in there, and Superman was saying fuck, and Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane, it was saying shit, and it was just too much cursing, and it's to a point it's almost impossible for you to take your kids to the movie theater and have your kids sit right next to you and watch a movie like that because it's just very awkward, because if like you tell your kids not to cuss, not to say bad words, but then you take your kids go see a Superman movie and all you hear is bad words that the Superman the characters are saying, and none of that was necessary. All of the bad words, all of the cursing could be cut out, and it wouldn't affect the film at all. So I think James Gunn has very low IQ uh, for not making this movie more kids friendly. And also, James Gunn it's a pedophile. If you don't already know, and I can tell you, he I can even show you on the social media. He tweeted to his friend and other cast members about how he touched young boys, and he even went as far as saying he cut off some young boys' foreskin, and that is just completely disgusting. So I'm not just standing here saying James Gunn has low IQ because if right if he likes kids and you figure he will make the movie more kid friendly, so maybe he can go to the IMAX theater and touch the young boys in a dark corner or somewhere in the theater. That's not what I'm stressing. I'm not telling anybody go in the movie theater, go touch anybody. I'm just giving you an example how retarded he is because as anybody, for a girl, for a guy, if you want to, for a girl, for example, if you want to go out and meet some guys, you will, dress yourself up and put makeup on, make yourself look pretty, and go to the, a bar, a nightclub, and talk to guys, and verse vice versa. Same as for guys. If guys going out looking for girls, and the guy will make himself presentable, GQ like, going out there to the nightclub or bar and talk to the girls because you want to attract the opposite sex or you want to attract whoever you want to attract. So if James Gunn likes young boys, and then he will want to attract young boys with his movie, but he doesn't have enough intelligence to do that. So that just shows you how retarded he is. And personally, I really didn't like this movie. And also, I saw a clip of uh, on the social media, the Warner Bros. Movie studio. They released or leaked a a short film. Not It's not even film, just like a short video, maybe about 15 seconds long, about Lois Lane behind the scene. She was sitting at the desk and working on the computer, and then she turned around, and then people say, the buzz about this short clip videos that people say you can see up her skirt. So to me, it's like if the Warner Bros. Movie studio has to use some upskirt of a Lois Lane to attract young people or the millennials to go to the theater and watch this movie, and they might as well just make adult films like like the Hustler magazine and Playboy. Why are you bothering making Superman comic movie and other movies? Meanwhile, all you care about is some niche sex like upskirt and all that crazy stuff. So anyway, enough said. And I'm gonna show you. I wanted you to believe me that it's not just me standing here and talking shit about the new Superman movie. I'm gonna show you some video footages I put together of other YouTubers how they see this new Superman movie. So check it out.
James Gunn's Superman is the worst fucking movie that's ever been made.
Superman's actually a refugee.
Isn't that an immigrant?
They're trying to equate those things together, which I think is ridiculous because of the current politicization of that situation.
James Gunn is not the kind of guy who's going to put an American flag in his front yard during 4th of July. And that's the kind of guy you need to be to create Superman.
I did not like this movie at all. Every man in this movie is weak and he cries.
Chris, there is one silver lining here, which I think you touched on.
Dresses, short skirts, high heels, cleavage. Thank you, James Gunn, for that.
Hollywood's has been trying to remove masculinity for it seems like the last decade. Once again, it needs to be white boy summer to bring people back to the box office.
What if we told you that Man of Steel, the Superman movie from 2013, is outpacing James Gunn's Superman in ticket sales, and not by a little? A number of channels and articles are all discussing whether or not Superman is woke or divisive or good or bad. There's something way bigger to talk about. Let's talk about the box office.
But other than like 5 seconds of footage where Superman and Lois were acting like they were in an actual Superman movie, this was a piece of crap. And I can't really stress it enough. There's pieces of crap, and then there's this movie. It's really easy for a movie to be bad. Superman, on the other hand, is like the Flash times 1,000. I can't really put it into words if you haven't watched this movie.
The truth is that there are some decent ideas in this movie. The problem is that they are ideas that we've seen before in other Superman movies, and we've seen them executed much better.
When you think of your ideal Superman movie, does it involve him getting his ass kicked for about 90 minutes and a dog stealing the show? No? Well, welcome to 2025. That's what you get anyway.
Every time Superman even comes close to doing anything that's anyway good, he just gets knocked over by a dog.
It's been a wild and crazy summer so far. We've had everything from Dollar Store Civil War, followed by Temu World War III, Diddy is free, a mysterious client list is missing, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, and none of the online discourse surrounding these topics holds a candle to Superman. And you can almost understand, considering all of the hubris, ignorance, incompetence, and unforced errors that have led to the third reboot of the Man of Steel in 20 years from America's dumbest company, Warner Brothers.
But unfortunately, I have to say that I myself am quite disappointed with it. While I acknowledge that James Gunn has made an effort to be a little less quirky than usual here, and that Gunn is knowledgeable when it comes to the Superman comic book source material, I would also argue that he still makes some rather questionable creative choices here, several of which bothered me throughout the movie, with the main one being how Superman himself is presented. In addition to getting his butt kicked about every 2 minutes, Superman comes off as a goofy, angry, and whiny loser at times, and I really didn't like that.
Like, there are going to be people out there that absolutely fucking love it, and there are going to be some people that despise it. I think I am going to find myself in the minority of, I didn't really like it. I think it's a slightly below average movie, like just as a whole. And it just didn't do it for me. But I don't despise the entire thing, I suppose. Go ahead.
But I mean, the thing is, this is supposed to set the tone for the James Gunn universe. So if this is what to expect on movies moving forward, and then the certain amount of people that probably don't like this movie are not going to enjoy this whole universe that they're planning.
But I did watch Superman fully somehow, and I don't know how they did it, but James Gunn has managed to make the worst superhero movie ever made. Before we go any further, just be warned that this is not hyperbole, this is not rage bait. This movie is a disgrace to filmmaking. I don't know how I can say it anymore. This movie is the most retarded thing to ever exist. That I know that Superman is probably in the top 3 worst of all of them. Forget every crappy B movie ever made. Forget, like, I don't know, Plan 9 from Outer Space being the worst movie ever made. This is it right here. You thought Marvel humor was bad. Well, they have so much of it that you want to die. It literally has some of the worst CGI in a new movie, and I'm not alone on this. Just look at the reviews. So people will jump to Rotten Tomatoes right here and try to prove me wrong, saying that, what are you saying, little bro? The movie is a success. 95 on the audience score. Everybody loves it. I looked through that audience score. It was a big load of bots that loved Crypto, the little cute dog, which was one of the most retarded parts about the entire movie. You come over to a real source like, I don't know, Empire Magazine, and they have it rated 2 out of 5 stars, saying exactly what I'm saying. The movie is so messy and garbage. The end of the movie is just a CGI mess.
And just about when you think you have seen enough, there's more.
James Gunn, you ought to be ashamed of yourself coming with this bullshit.
I went into this movie being told this was going to be super woke, super anti-Trump, super pro-immigration, really woke.
What is the best way to absolutely destroy the release of your Superman film in the box office? Well, pull a Rachel Zegler, of course, and that is exactly what James Gunn has done today. And the amount of backlash that he is facing for the insane comments that he has made today is crazy. He is absolutely pulling a Rachel Zegler in what he says today. Just look at this headline here. Screw fans who don't like films politics. That is coming from James Gunn himself.
I know you think you're a snooper, but I think you're just a pooper. And I wish this movie was a super one. Your fans, of course, adore it, but I thought it was some dumb shit. And I wish this movie wasn't made by James Gunn.
After years of humiliating failures, DC had one job. Do Superman right. One hero, one movie, one chance to prove you're not the biggest joke in Hollywood. And then they handed the keys to James Gunn. The same guy who can't resist shoving poop and fart jokes into everything.
Not a great plan.
This movie needed to be universally loved. Instead, what do we get?
This migraine of a movie is superhero soup. David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan soar, but the script is kryptonite. A lack of humanity, originality, and cohesion means that this movie just doesn't work. Even people who didn't like Zack Snyder's work also hated this movie as well. James Gunn overcorrects for Zack Snyder's era with the movie too silly for its own good. James Gunn's reboot is a painfully mediocre, super generic mess of a movie.
And this is my favorite review.
Superman is woeful, aspires to high-form trash, achieves only low garbage.
Emotional damn. So the freak James Gunn has just came out and confirmed that Soy Man is a political movie. He's not even hiding it anymore, and it's proof why this should be called Spastic Man.
Get the fuck out of my sight before I demolish you.
He says that Superman is an immigrant that came from another place. So we're already kind of getting off the track here. Superman is an alien. He's not an immigrant. He's not some Mexican guy. He's an alien from outer space. Superman does not come from a different country. He doesn't come from over the border. ICE is not chasing Superman. He comes from Krypton. He's an alien.
Well, we all know in the modern era, Hollywood just can't help itself. Hollywood has to ruin everything. And the new Superman film apparently is no exception. Now,
yeah, I've seen enough. Cavill handled those back shots better. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. What's going on, guys? We're back with another YouTube video. So as you guys know, the Superman movie is coming out next month, and as each trailer for this movie drops, the hate for this movie becomes more and more insane and unhinged.
So they're not even waiting to ambush you in the movie theaters anymore. They're just coming out and saying it. They're saying the quiet part out loud, you know, the part that they would pretend was never there. You're a conspiracy theory. Right-wing conspiracy theorist is making stuff up. Then you would go see a movie and it would just be filled with a bunch of woke garbage. Well, now they're just saying it out loud. They're telling you what's in the movie now, so you know what not to go waste your money on. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are going to go spend a lot of money on this movie still and then get on and complain.
You guys thought you thought I was going to show you pussy? Everyone's like, oh, that's not. You thought I was going to show you fucking pussy lips on YouTube? Is that what you thought I was going to do? Yeah, wait, just let me show Lois Lane spreading. You thought you're going to get a close-up clit shot or something? Like, what did you fucking expect? God, fucking dummies. You can look it up, though. You look up fucking Lois Lane upskirt or Lois Lane flash on Twitter, you will not find that. It'll be a bunch of just fucking porn and everything.
This is the first of many things that has come out in the last day, and to be honest, it's just proving more why Superman is going to be a flop. In every trailer, he's not acting like Superman. As I've said multiple times, the dude is acting like an autistic kid. He's not going out with Lois Lane, he's screaming at her.
Let's not forget James Gunn's tweets that were getting brought up. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, last night I did a reading with a convicted ped. Michael Rocker, dude, I should have invited you. This individual's in your movie, Richard Christie, and he said you had him castrate a little boy. The Expendables was so manly. I effed the ish out of the little boy next to me. The boys are back in town. James Gunn, I like it when little boys touch me in my silly place. There are dozens of tweets like this from James Gunn.
Lois Lane says asshole several times in the film. Superman says shit multiple times during the film. And Mr. Terrific says in a scene where he gets to a control panel and they're like, can you shut it down? And he goes, I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific. Just none of it was needed. And then the thing that kind of upset me the most was when Supergirl shows up at the end and she's drunk and she blasts through the side wall of the Fortress of Solitude, makes a big hole, and she's drunk, and then she's reunited with Crypto and all that kind of stuff, and then she goes to Superman, who's sitting there with one of the Superman robots. She, on her way out the hole she created, instead of going through the door, she goes, later, bitch.
So, some clips have been released from Superman and Fantastic Four, and not only do they reveal that the movie is gonna suck, but also it's brought out the worst kind of freaks that call themselves fans.
This is on the record, Superman.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes, that part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
Some of the reviews are funny, some are crazy, but the point is, not a lot of people reviewed this movie and liked the movie. So I'll talk some more about Superman movie on my next week's show. And maybe people will change their opinions after they see the movie, and we'll find out. And another movie, it's opening in about another week. It's another summer movie, summer blockbuster movie. And this one is called I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Thanks for coming. Can you believe our best friends are getting married? Unmarked envelope. Could it be cash? A check? Oh my god. I'm calling 911.
Everyone chill out! We don't tell anybody what happened tonight.
We should go.
What does it say? What if someone saw us?
Outside of us, no one knows what happened, right?
Hello?
Please stop! Someone is clearly coming after us. I need to start drinking.
The cops are not gonna help us.
Then we'll find someone who will.
It isn't something I like talking about.
You survived this once. We need your help.
You can't run. You can't hide. Get them before they get you.
Whoever's doing this,
It's personal to them.
One of us is hiding something.
We are not gonna die today. What are you waiting for?
I know it sounds familiar because yes, it is the same title as a movie that came a scary movie that came out 30 years ago. I know what I did last summer, and I loved that movie. I loved the original one, and I loved the second one. I still know what you did last summer, and then I loved the third one. I still know what you did last summer, and I think there's another one. It's called I Always Know What You Did Last Summer. I love those movies because it's really scary. You know, it's like Friday 13th and Freddy Krueger, all that stuff. You know, it's a slasher movie. There's a killer in there, and it's killing all the young people. That has something to do with in, was involved in a car accident in the middle of the night, and nobody else knows that they kill somebody, accidentally kill somebody. Only that group of kids, the young people that were involved, knows about it. But uh, supposedly the person was killed or whoever else came back, hunting them and kill those young people one by one. So anyway, that's the storyline, and they are making a newer version. It's not a complete remake, from what I understand. You know, from the previews I saw. Uh, Supposedly, it is a continuation of what happened 30 years ago, but they used the same title. You know, you figure they already used "I Still Know What You Did Last Summer," and "I still know what you did last summer," and "I always know what you did last summer." So there's nowhere else to go with that. So they're going back to their original title. I know what you did last summer, and I saw the reviews, and I think it's going to be a very strong movie in the theater. I'm really looking forward to this movie. I don't know what you think, but for some reason, I just think this movie is very interesting, and one of the scenes where I think there was some kind of prom like or a beauty pageant thing because all this happened in a shore town. So in the summertime down the shore in this town they had an annual beauty pageant event, and I saw one scene in the trailer, and the setup for the beauty pageant event was very similar, and the killer was there. So it just brings back the memory of the original movie that I saw, and I like it. So I don't know what you guys think. You know, maybe you want to go to the theater and see this movie, and maybe you can judge from the trailer I just showed you. And come up with your own judgment whether it's good or bad. But that's all for the movie review. And now I'm gonna get into the event part of my show. So I've been to a few events the past week. There isn't a whole lot of events after July 4th. There were fireworks and concerts and tons of events prior to July 4th. But after July 4th, I think everybody's taking a break from all the events. So on Monday, July 7th, I did go to the Superman movie screening that I was talking about. Even though I give a bad review to the Superman movie and I didn't like the movie, but uh, now I'm talking about the movie event, the movie screening event, and it's different from the movie. And I did had a positive experience at the Superman movie screening. I was invited to see the Superman movie before it was released, and it was the showing of the movie was around 6:30 p.m. at the La Chimney Mall, AMC 24 movie theater, and this movie is made for IMAX. So they showed this movie in the AMC's IMAX theater. So I got there a little bit earlier, just to I expect there to be a line, and also I was thinking the representatives from the Warner Bros. Movie Studio, they might set up a table and have some giveaways there for the people that screen the movie. So I didn't want to miss anything, any free stuff and other Superman promotional related items. So I got there about 45 minutes before the movie start time. So I got in line, and eventually we were letting into the theater. And then the good thing, I got there a little bit earlier because the line just gets longer and longer uh, as people was moving into the theater, and the line never got shorter because more people was coming out there to get in line for the movie screening. And just like I uh, suspected, uh, they did. The movie studio did have a table set up right where you enter the movie theater with a lot of Superman movie related stuff on top of the table. Uh, and they even got us popcorn and soda for the movie. So it was a good experience. The movie screening was a good experience. The movie's not good, but the movie screening was done right. I think Warner Bros. Studio and the DCU, they spent a lot of money on promoting this movie, and they were at a lot of events. Like they did a Superman drone show at one of the Phillies game prior to July 4th. So yeah, I think they did spend a lot of money on promoting this movie. So there were a lot of free stuff that they give away. So now watch the short video I made at the movie screening. Oh yeah, there was other people dressed up as Superman and Supergirl and Batman, and also the movie studio had a Superman and the Batman all dressed up in the costume. They're standing right in front of the big Superman logo background cardboard thing there for the Superman fans to take pictures with. And I took some pictures there. We took some pictures there. My wife Kim went to the screening with me. We took some nice pictures. I took a picture with Superman and Batman. So that's all in my short video. So now I'll watch the video, and then I'll show you what I got from the movie screening. All right, I'm at the AMC 24 at the Chimney Mall. for the new Superman movie screening. And I'm here, as you can see, with the Superman from the movie studio. And right there, Batman, the Superman's friend. They're super friends. So the movie comes out in theater July 11th. A few more days. Let's go Superman. Let's go DC Comics. That's right. Trying to get a cape. Woo! Let's go, Batman. Where's your Superman friend? Somewhere back there. Superman and Batman. Superman and Batman for the new Superman movie. So you see I got a Superman t-shirt on, and this is the new Superman movie logo. The old one has a, a whole letter S in there. And this one, it's a little bit different. It just had this line across, and it's a newer Superman logo. And I got this nice red Superman cape from the movie screening. When I turn around, you'll see. I don't know what. I don't know if you can see it. It says Superman, July 11th, somewhere down there on the bottom, and also has the new Superman logo in the middle. So I got this nice Superman cape that I can really use. Whoa, I really look like Superman flying. I'll show you. Let's do it again. Do I look like Superman flying? Wow, that is so cool. Look at that. Oh my God. It looks like I'm flying. The material of this cape is really nice. Got another one here. It kind of easily floats in the air. So it looks like you're flying. Superman logo. And Superman. July 11th, 2025. So I got a cape. And also they had this it's an IMAX movie, but I don't think it requires special glasses. That's for the 3D, 4D movie. This is just a Superman look up glasses. And when you look through this pair of Superman glasses, I think it's mainly for kids. Everything kind of looks like a hologram. It's kind of weird. Yeah, everything looks like a hologram through this pair of glasses. I got an idea. If I put the glasses up to the, you see what I'm talking about? To my camera lenses, and you see everything kind of looks like a hologram. It's kind of weird, but that's what it looks like. Now you know. And of course, they got more of the Superman logo fan. Same thing. Superman July 11th, 2025, in theaters. Superman fan for the Superman fans. There you have it. And Superman look up poster. The way they did this poster, it's kind of like blurred, and the background and the shoulder of the Superman kind of like blurred with lights. And I think that's what those glasses were trying to do. It was showing you kind of like a outer space, or when the Superman is flying and the Superman needs sun to re-energize. So I think it has that same effect. And I even got an oversized Superman movie poster, but it's too big. And let me see if I can even get it. It's too big. Here it is. You can see July 11th. I'm not gonna open the thing up because it's too big and it's really hard to unroll it and then roll back up. But it's double side poster, and it's very similar to the one I just showed you, that has the the smaller poster with the Superman on there. So that's everything I know and I got from the Superman movie screening. And then on Thursday, July 10th, I went to the Superman opening day. And this is another special event because you saw the Superman movie was supposed to open on the 11th, but on July 10th, they have a special IMAX version of Superman movie showing at selected AMC theaters only. And this one, you can buy the tickets on the internet. They're about $20 per ticket. And what's special about this event is that when you enter the theater, they give you a limited and special edition of the Superman movie comic book. So there were a lot of people at the Cherry Hill MC theater to see the Superman movie before it come out on the July 10th. And as you walk in the theater, everybody's handed a comic book, and also they were selling a Superman special edition popcorn tin can, and the special cups with the top for the cup top for the Superman movie. I'll show you all that stuff in a minute. And now watch this short video of the July 10th Superman movie special pre-release show, and check it out. It's Superman.
We'd like to take a moment to recognize our investors and to thank our millions of AMC Stubs members. Movies are better with rewards, and AMC Stubs has options for everyone. If you're not a member, join Insider for free to earn points toward $5 rewards and save weekly on discount.
This Friday, experience the summer of Superman. Get tickets now.
showing you. Why didn't you wear your spandex? This one over here.
This is the special edition of the Superman movie comic book that they handed out on July 10th at the AMC her special Superman movie showing. And as you can see, Superman and Crypto, the cute little white super dog, is a Superman sidekick flying next to Superman. And inside the comic book, looks like this. A lot of Superman stuff. Not too many pages, but there is a short story of Superman adventure in this comic book. That's pretty much it. I just went through all the pages and it's got that cute dog on the back of the cover. Crypto. And also, I bought this nice special edition Superman movie soda cup. It's a Superman cape. If you can see, it's all 3D. The cape, it's on there, but it's separate from the body of the cup, just like Superman. And on the top, that's where the cup top, which is a shiny golden color Superman keychain. You see, it's a keychain that stands up like this on this base on the top of the Superman movie cup. And also, I bought this Superman popcorn tin can. How it works is this is supposed to be the Daily Planet newspaper box that they used to to have around the corners in every neighborhood, or in front of the store, Dunkin' Donuts, Wawa. They used to have this newspaper boxes that you put a quarter in there. Later on was 50 cents and then 75 cents. And then you can open up and grab a newspaper out of it. But this is for you to put popcorn in there for the Superman movie. So it's really, really neat. Really, really neat item. And nowadays, movie theaters are not just making movies, selling movie tickets, and showing movies. They have all this special item for some of the blockbuster movies, such as Superman, and also uh, you saw in my video when I was at the Regal Theater, they also had their special edition of Superman popcorn tin can and the cups, and they even went with as far as a Superman pillow and Crypto, the dog popcorn holder, all kinds of merchandise that are related to the movie. Uh, and they also had for the Jurassic Park movie. They also had other merchandise, and the things aren't cheap. I spent with tax $61. I spent with tax $61 on just the Superman popcorn can and the special edition Superman soda cup. And I think at the Regal Theater when I was there, they don't have it. They were supposed to have it on the 11th, but they don't have it. Their version of the Superman movie popcorn can, it's actually like a super like a popcorn machine, right? Like the machine with the pot hang up inside and the popcorn pops out of it. It's a smaller version. It's like a popcorn machine with the Superman on the outside of the glass and use the heated laser eye and to heat up the popcorn pot and to cook the popcorn. So and that one I they don't have it, but I asked them and they say it's like around $50 for that popcorn can at the Regal Theater. Uh, and Cinemarks has their own version of the Superman merchandise and the popcorn can and the soda cup, all that stuff. So I don't have all that money. I'm not buying everything. I like MC Theater, so I got the MC Theater version of the Superman merchandise. Uh, and then another event. It was on Friday, July 11th, 7-Eleven, the 7-Eleven day. So the convenience store 7-Eleven offers free Slurpee to everyone, a small free Slurpee. And supposedly this year they also have a tongue too, which is a tongue tattoo. It's like a paper tattoo, temporary tattoo you put on your tongue, and then you take a sip of the Slurpee, and the Slurpee's logo, just like Superman, an S will stick onto your tongue. But I went to plenty of 7-Elevens around here, and nobody, there's no 7-Eleven that I went to in the Philadelphia area even had the tongue too. So it's kind of misleading. It's another one of those false advertisement. But I did get plenty of free Slurpees, so I'm happy and I cannot complain. So, oh, and also one more thing. There's another event that's not relate to the 7-Eleven free Slurpee Day, but it was also 7-Eleven was also the National Crab Fry Day. So Chicky and Pete's restaurant, which is the official restaurant of the Philadelphia Eagles, where the players go. Uh, they are known for their crab fries. Now, Chicky and Pete's has location in Nevada and Kansas City. They're everywhere now, but they start out in in Philadelphia, so there are plenty of locations in the South Jersey and Philadelphia areas. A sports bar is where people go to watch the Eagles game. And also that's where the players go after the game. They go to the South Philly location and there's pep rallies, Eagles pep rallies and radio shows there. So that's what Chicken Pete's is. And they're known for their crab fries. So on the National Crab Fry Day, they offer $1 crab fries. So I did go to the Chicken Pete's and I got my $1 crab fry, and I got more than one, and there was a lot. It's a whole order of the French fries they put in a bag with a cup of the white cheddar cheese sauce for you to dip the fries in. So that was great. I was slurping on Slurpee and eating a bunch of crab fries and just watch this video and you'll know what happened. Hey, Wawa's Hoagie Fest ain't nothing compared to the free Slurpee on 7-Eleven Day. Today is July 11th, and you get a free small Slurpee at 7-Eleven, one per customer. And the best part of drinking Slurpee is, if you drink it a little too fast, you'll get a brain freeze. And that is the best and the worst part of drinking a Slurpee. And I'm gonna stop at many more 7-Elevens, and I'm gonna get one per customer per store. Oh, I know. I said they have free Slurpee today.
Not for everybody, only me.
Only you? Free Slurpee on 7-Eleven Day. It's only about 10 a.m. and I have been to about 7 of the 7-Elevens, and I had 7 of this small Slurpees. And none of the 7-Eleven has the tongue tattoo that they featured in the promotion. So I think I had enough of the Slurpee today. I start to get a stomach ache from drinking too much Slurpees. Chris, send me yours. It's 7-Eleven Day. Free Slurpees. I just got a bunch of Slurpees. And now I got a stomach ache. But I'd much rather have diarrhea than being constipated. And it's also the National Crab Fry Day. So I'm at the Chicken Pete's right now. Just got a bunch of $1 crab fries. I'm gonna chow the things down with the free Slurpees from 7-Eleven. Yes, I drank too much Slurpees and I ate too many crab fries with the cheese sauce, and it did give me a stomach ache, and it was not good. But like I said, I rather have diarrhea, so this way I can get everything out of my system. I don't want to all that poops, staying in my stomach. And that's a horrible feeling. So that's what I was talking about. And also, it is funny. My show is partially comedy, so don't take anything seriously of what I said. And it was good. It was good. 7-Eleven Day on Friday. Let me show you. This is what this year's Slurpee free Slurpee cup looks like. If you went to 7-Eleven yourself and got a free Slurpee, you probably have seen this cup. Slurpee 2025. And have you noticed there's an open mouth here, and that's a tongue. And that's what the tongue tattoo was supposed to look like. Slurpee S, and it sticks on your tongue, but they didn't have it. I turn the cup around. You can see there's a QR code there. And then you can get any small Slurpee for free. It doesn't have to necessarily go inside of a Slurpee Day 2025 cup. So I found a couple of these cups and I thought it was really interesting. they resemble a modern day Coca-Cola can, but it's a Slurpee cup because Slurpee, the two original flavor, it was the cherry and Coke. Those are the two original flavors of Slurpee. That's why they have the special edition of uh, Coke Slurpee Coke cups made, and this resembles a modern day Coca-Cola can. It has names on there. This says Bestie and this says King. So it's all really neat, you know. Slurpee Coke cups. All right, so there was only three events, like I said, after July 4th. After all the fireworks, July 4th weekend, there people are tired, you know, and the event organizers are tired. So there isn't a whole lot of events, but thank God to the release of the Superman movie, and there were some, things for me to do, and events for me to go, and 7-Eleven Day and the National Crab Fry Day at the Chicken Pete's. So now we're gonna get into the upcoming section of my show, upcoming events section of my show. On Thursday, July 17th, it's Tiffany's concert. Tiffany's very popular. Uh, it's a pop music singer from the late 1980s. I know you know the song. I think I will. I think we're alone now. I know you know the song. Everybody knows. All the boys used to love Tiffany and Debbie Gibson. So, anyways, Tiffany is having a concert, a free concert in Pennsauken at Cooper River Park, and that's on July 17th at 8 p.m. Cooper River Park, Pennsauken, New Jersey. Free Tiffany concert. And then Saturday, July 19th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Once again, the Philadelphia Eagles Pro Shop is showing off the Eagles Super Bowl 59 Lombardi Trophy. And this time it's going to be at the Rockville Shopping Center in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There's a Eagles Pro Shop there, and that's where they're showing off the Lombardi Trophy. And this is not just the photo opportunity to take a picture with the trophy, and also I thinking that Rockville Shopping Center, they're also gonna have it's a family friend event. They're also gonna have the moon bouncers and games and DJ there, along with the Lombardi Trophy photo op. So it sounds like a good family event. And if you have not took a picture with the Lombardi Trophy, now it's your chance. July 19th, Saturday, July 19th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Rockville Shops, Lancaster, PA. Saturday, August 2nd, it is the Barbie's Eagles birthday bash, and it's in Oxford, Pennsylvania. And you can go on Barbie's Facebook page, and you'll find this event, and then just click on the link. Uh, it will show you the event page, and also I just saw the update for this event. Uh, it says, if you click on going on Facebook, and then eventually they'll send you the more details of the location of the event. Barbie is a girl, an super fan, Eagles super fan, super girl that goes to the tailgate parties, and also she has a Eagles fan page on Facebook and Instagram, and she is very popular with the other Eagles super fans. and she's having a birthday party, and it's going to be a pool party. Uh, they are going to have food there. You can bring your own beer, your own drink. So it's kind of like a tailgate party uh, before the Eagles football season starts, before the tailgate party starts. So it's another one of those pre-Eagles tailgate party. And I love those events. Even in the middle of the football season, on Saturday night, sometimes they have some pre-tailgate party, and it's full of crazy Eagles, loyal and dedicated Eagles super fans. People go out there and taking pictures and socializing and talk about Dallas sucks. So this is going to be one of those events. So that's if you know the crowd, the Eagles tailgate party people, and Barbie, or you just want to meet other Eagles fans, this is your opportunity. Barbie's Eagles birthday bash party. It's going to be a pool party, so wear your bathing suit and go there. Just make sure you click on you're going on the event's website on Facebook, Instagram, and then and then the event organizer says they'll send you more information of the location of the event. That's all I know. Thursday, September 11th, there's a special private dinner with Brian Dawkins. Brian Dawkins, very famous Philadelphia Eagles alumni player. I think he's the Wolverine, and he is crazy. He crawls out the tunnel, uh, entering the game. So, anyways, this one is not free. It's expensive. $500 per seat. Uh, so you can see the event information on the screen right now. And if you want to look into it or buy the tickets, scan that QR code. $500 per person. It's very, very expensive, but you get to meet Brian Dawkins and have dinner with Brian Dawkins and rest of the crew. So that's pretty much it for now. A lot was said about the Superman's movie and the Superman's movie related events. And in the upcoming event part, a lot of Eagles events, Barbie's Eagles birthday bash, and also Eagles Super Bowl trophy picture opportunity. Uh, Eagles training camp is coming up too, and this is the only Eagles open practice that it's open to the public. So there are a lot of events that are football related before September, before opening of the NFL season. So that's all for this week. And next week there's going to be more interesting events and more very interesting upcoming events. So let's go Birds. Eagles. Eagles. Let's go Birds. That's it.